Good morning, everyone. Good morning and welcome to NJBIA's third annual Women Business Leaders Forum. I'm Michele Siekerka. I'm the president and the CEO of the New Jersey Business and Industry Association, and I am thrilled. I am so thrilled that you are all here today. So I see a few men out in the audience. Thank you so much for joining us because your participation is so important. But do we have some ladies in the house? All right, that's what I want to hear. This is a day about energy, momentum, excitement. I want to ask you all for a moment. Close your eyes and put your heads up. Look up, open your eyes, use your imagination. You see that glass ceiling? What we do today is all about continuing to shatter that glass ceiling. There's so much good news about unlocking the C-suite and women rising to the C-suite and the boardroom, but we've got quite a ways still to go. Fortune 500 recently published a list of the top 500 public and private companies across the nation. And you might have taken note of some big numbers like Walmart's $485 billion in revenue or Amazon's 297% increase in profit. Those weren't the numbers I was paying attention to. The numbers I was paying attention to, one number in particular, 32. 32 Fortune 500 companies led by women CEOs. 32. You should clap. You know why? That is a 50% increase from the year before. But 32, that's right, but 32 is only 6% of the total. Now think about that. In 1 year, a 50% increase, but still only 6% of the total, okay? We know how important diversity in the C-suite and the boardroom is, and today is a day about, as I keep saying, it's a morning of skill building. Because in order to get there, you need the skills to get there, and people need to know you have those skills, so it's about the visibility to get there also once you have those skills, right? So this morning, we're gonna focus with some amazing speakers on skill building. Whether you're a man or a woman, hardcore skill building, and then the visibility to get there. And then this afternoon is about being inspired and inspiration. What a great way to finish what is probably a busy week for all of you. We could all use a little inspiration at the end of a Friday, right? It's going to be a fabulous, fabulous day. We have keynote speakers, prominent business leaders, and folks, again, who are going to energize us as we go along. I want to talk a little bit. Actually, first, I want to recognize some folks because an event like this doesn't take place without great leadership. And BIA, we're just the facilitator of this. It's all of you and your businesses and those of you who volunteer and step up and step out to be part of what we do. And I'd like to introduce the 3 co-chairs this year for our NJBIA Women Business Leaders Network. And I'm going to say their names. I'm going to ask them to stand. Lily Hibbler, Lisa St. Hilaire, and Jody Greenwald. If you'd please stand. And along with these 3 ladies, we have a fantastic network that has just started to build over the last 3 years. So I'd like to ask anyone who's participating in our Women Business Leaders Network to stand up so we can give you a round of applause as well. Now, when I make this announcement next year and I ask for women in the network to stand up, I expect all of you to stand up, because you want to be a part of the network because what the network is doing is fabulous. And I'm going to talk a little bit about that. We have with us today 2 women who are also stepping up and stepping out in a new way as ambassadors who are going to be working with our rising stars, Z. Glavin and Joanna Swank. If you could stand up. Thank you for being ambassadors. And I apologize, one of them is a gentleman. Thank you very much for stepping up. And we want more ambassadors to work with our rising stars. You'll hear more about our rising stars this afternoon. We have an idea board out in the foyer. The idea for the idea board is to get your great ideas. Because again, we can't identify what you find to be so important to bring to you each year in this program if you don't tell us what it is that's going to be helpful to you. So I invite you to take some of the little stickies that are out there and put them up on the idea board and share with us how you would like to see this program to go, as far as the networking during the year and this event each and every year. Now, another group we can't do without when we have these programs is our sponsors. If I tried to list each and every sponsor who's here supporting us today, I'd be standing up here till noon, and I'm not kidding. So as you see on your table and in your program book and up on our monitors here, all day long you'll see our sponsors. Let's have a big round of applause for our sponsors because they are just fabulous.